Halo Sobat Poles, jumpa lagi bersama saya Pendeta Jimmy Sorpin. Saat ini saya bersama Mr. Philip Buff Pedersen, yang adalah perwakilan dari CKU, organisasi yang turut mendukung acara Poles dan beberapa kegiatan di PGI. Saya akan bertanya dengan Mr. Philip. Hi Philip, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good, thank you.
So, in your visit right now in Indonesia, it's not your first visit, right? You have been here for several times. And why you chose CCI as your counter partner or your collaborative partner in implementing the FORP program in global or even the national level?
CKU, Center for Church-Based Development, where I work, is an ecumenical organization, and we tend to choose partners that are close to us when it comes to values and programming. So as we organize a lot of different churches, we were looking for an organization that did the same thing in Indonesia. But we were also looking for an organization that was able to represent the churches, but also to reach out to the wider community of other beliefs and faiths, and even people with no faiths, to work together with them. And with those criteria, we found that CCI was the right organization to partner with.
So, what do you think about this project so far?
I think it's a really, really interesting project. I think it's going well, and we have seen a lot of good developments where people, they become more aware of a right that often when we talk about human rights is a forgotten right. It's a right that we have a vague idea what it's all about, but when it comes down to it, we do need, and we do see that we need a bit more knowledge instead of this just a vague idea that this is what the right is all about. So I'm happy to see that a lot of people are learning more about what the right is about, what it protects, and how it can be promoted.
Yeah. So after looking through this project about FORP in Indonesia, how do you see the comparison between the reality of FORP in Indonesia compared to the global situation?
I see that in Indonesia you have many of the same challenges that we face in Denmark and then we face in many other countries, where the right to freedom of belief is being used politically to outmaneuver some of the people you like or you don't like. And that is also one key when it comes to our cooperation. Because when we're talking about a human right, it's a human right for all. It's not a right to be used by certain groups to get ahead of another group. It's a right for human beings, created human beings here on earth.
Yeah, and after all this conversation, what do you expect or hope for CCI in doing the project or activities on the FORP in Indonesia for the near future or even the longer one?
To be very practical, as a believer and as a representative from an ecumenical organization, I do think that in religion there is no compulsory. It says so in the Quran. It's also a fundamental principle in Christianity. And I know it's the case in many other religions. My hope is that we as human beings, as citizens in the countries where we live in, can enjoy the right to choose our religion and to be truthful about our most inner core values. Even though it means that some of us might be wrong, but if you're not allowed to follow your own convictions, it's impossible to be true, a true worshipper within your religion. Then it would just be something you fake. And therefore, the right to freedom of religion and belief is an important right, and I really hope that you will see that that right will be on the same level as other human rights here in Indonesia, in Denmark, Europe, and the rest of the world.
Okay, Philip. Thank you for responding some question from me, and thank you also for helping us or supporting us so far. We do hope our cooperation will be more and more in the future. for presenting the forum and even the peace and justice in Indonesia, of course.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for partnering with us. We are really learning a lot from the work together with you, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you. Baik, demikian bincang-bincang kita dengan Mr. Philip Buff Pedersen. Sampai jumpa di edisi Poles berikutnya. Poles, gosok terus sampai licin.